Dude, that was such a good movie, huh?
It was.
What'd you like best about it?
There was a lot of action.
A lot of action. I don't know. Transformer movies are always really cool to me. All the cool CGI effects and everything like that. Like, it's just awesome. Hey, what are you doing?
It's nothing.
Well, it looked like you were looking at that chick.
Sorry.
Like, just eyeing her up. Like, if you glance at her, fine. But, you know, to stare is just, that's harassment. You can get in trouble for that. And how do you think you made her feel?
Uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable if she saw you. Even if she didn't see you, that's really creepy.
Yeah.
Do you think that's any way to get a girlfriend or a friend?
No.
No, not at all.
Hi there. So in that video, that was an example of working on appropriate sexual behavior. This is a super important topic to address therapeutically because a lot of our clients can get into trouble with sexual behavior innocently. So maybe they misunderstood how their actions could be perceived, or they didn't know something was inappropriate, or even they could get taken advantage of because they didn't understand a situation fully. So in order to protect our clients, I think this is something really, really important to address. So I want to talk with Carlos a little bit about how he works on it with clients and how they go through that process. So first of all, what kind of topics do you not address, or would you have them talk to their parents about instead?
Sure. Well, just taking the team approach and discussing what the parents really want us to talk about and how they want to address it. With different religions or just family beliefs, it's really important you're on the same page with them and address those just in a very social matter rather than like religious or pushing your beliefs on them, as well as just keeping them safe. And any of those touchy subjects or that could be viewed as like touchy, have the parents address those, and if they need you there for that, that's okay, but just so that they're hearing it from their parents rather than us, just to remain professional.
Mm-hmm. So, how do you remain professional while talking about such sensitive subjects?
I think it's important, just like we said before, don't push your own views and values on them. Ultimately, our job is to keep the young adult safe and socially appropriate or accepted by peers. So just maintaining that, but also walking that fine line of having that good means of communication with them so that they trust you in talking about this touchy subject.
Sure. One thing a lot of our clients have gotten into trouble with is not understanding slang terms related to sexuality. How do you address that, and how do you help clients in that area?
Sure. As we've talked about in other videos, car rides are really a useful time that you can kind of throw around those slang words, and you know they might be funny or whatever, and you can kind of define them and what they mean. I'm sure we were all there at some point where we were confused on what a term was that we heard in school or something like that. And just so that they know and fill them in on what it could be and you know different synonyms for those that they can either use, or if they hear they're understanding what's going on, and that some terms can also be disrespectful. I can think of a couple times that a client was confused on that and how to use words appropriately if they're going to use them.
And in what context,
Right.
and things like that.
Yep.
Sure. So can you just share a little bit about what you do to shape sexual behavior in a safe way for clients?
Sure. If it's something that the parents have brought up, obviously with it being a touchy subject, it needs to be something the parents want to work on, and the whole team needs to view it as that. Safety concerns and social, like I've said before, but also breaking it down, doing some stuff in the home, whether it's role-playing, breaking down situations. But I think the social dynamic of seeing it in public, so if you view those behaviors or see the issues that are happening in the community, it's perfect time to go ahead and break that down there, call them out quietly, not in front of everybody, and kind of address it in the moment. That's going to be the best learning experience for that individual. And then, again, you can go on the car ride home, you can break it down even further and discuss, you know, what were the alternative options rather than what the client did.
Right. Okay, great. So sexuality is a really important subject to cover. There's a lot of risk involved. They could get hurt. They could get in trouble. So I think it's really valuable for us to teach it, but we have to be really careful about how we go about it, making sure we're professional and that the whole team is on board. So thanks for listening.